ذو حدين, وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله, that a webbing that has two sides. It can be something to defend yourself. You can a matter that you can use it for cutting your vegetable and fruits and enjoy it, or it can be also in the same time the same using it for uh, hurting somebody. With this internet and it is a ni'mah and can be is a blessing, but it can be also something very, very, very serious. Because a person who deviating from the deen and a person who is not well educated in the deen and has this tool in his hand, especially things is free now, and especially in TikTok, okay? Everybody jumping, everybody have a camera, everybody have ability to reach to people east and west, and everybody put in whatever they think to be Islam. And this is a serious, serious matter. Although there is some other people who are shuyukh and scholars and learned people and teaching the sunnah and the proper tawheed. So you found this TikTok and the fast communication and the internet is سلاح ذو حدين, is a webbing which has two edges, two sides. So I want you to be careful with the internet, given or taken, given or taken, because you can be corrupting somebody's mind and deviating with your information, causing somebody to go astray. And also through the same internet and the same means of communication, you can be helping somebody become Muslim and learn about the deen. And I choose for you today is a verse in the Quran in Surah 45, Surah Al-Jasiyah, which tells us in verse number 24, أفرأيت من اتخذ إلهه هواه وأضله الله على علم. Do you see the one who take his God, his logic as a God? Okay? So he is not teaching the Quran and the Sunnah. He's not reading it as is. He did not, he or she, okay? Because we have even more ladies now preaching what's supposed to be Islam, okay? But they are deviated and they leading other astray. And you found this example a lot, especially in TikTok, okay? Every person now became a teacher, a sheikh, Maulana. It's a free and tell you, this is my room. You like it, stay. You don't like it, bye. Okay, you can find another room. But it's not going to work like this. We have to understand we're going to be resurrected. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, فَلَنَسْأَلَنَّ الَّذِينَ أُرْسِلَ إِلَيْهِمْ وَلَنَسْأَلَنَّ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. Indeed, we shall ask the people whom we send the messenger to, and we're going to also question and ask the Mursaleen. Okay? So Allah will question both the person who's delivering and the person who is hearing the message.
Sure, um, I brought my family. I know Brother Hamza said he was going to speak with you. I didn't know exactly if you were setting up a table or what. I know he said he was going to talk to you about it, but I know he left as well.
So Allah will ask the messenger, did he deliver the message? And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask the people, did the messenger come to you? Okay? So we have to understand, when we come here on the internet, on this fast communication, YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and all these things, okay? We are delivering something. We are walking in the shoes of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Sahaba, and that we have a serious obligation. If you could not, it's not everything that shining is gold. Listen carefully. It's not everything shining means is gold. Gold is gold. But when you go to a person, the jewelry shop, he will tell you that this ring is gold or false. So it's not everything somebody sweet in talking you or tell you this and that they know what they're talking about. Especially you can see the illness and the sickness. You understand, somebody have a fever. You say, oh, I can feel it with my hand. Okay? I enter some rooms. All what I need to be there for 2 minutes, and I can tell you this room shouldn't be exist, and you shouldn't waste your time in it, because the people who are leading this effort, maybe they have a good intention. There is a good possibility, but they did not have the right information, especially when they are not educated in Islam. In every avenue in this life, we need education and we need training. So it's not because you took Shahada it make you capable that you teach others. And you're ready to talk to them about anything they asking you. This is very danger. And I'm advising the speaker and the listener. But I understand some of you knew Shahada and you did not know how to distinguish between this and that. So I give you a verse from the Quran which it can help you to understand that Islam means submission, surrender to Allah, to the teaching of Allah, the way of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the understanding of the Sahaba and the Tabi'een. You could not take any word in the Quran and say, this is what this, okay? It takes more than this for you to be able to teach others. I rather for you to stay to yourself, not preaching anybody. At least if you have to make a mistake, you only misleading your own self. But don't carry the sin of those people that they're going to follow you. It's a danger. It's a danger. And I want to give you one sign. When somebody teaching you, the Quran says this, but they are not ready to listen to the hadith and the teaching of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, now you can see the symptoms of this illness, and you better hurry up and get out of this room. It's going to corrupt your mind and it's going to lead you astray. And some of them, they say, some ahadith I take it and some ahadith is not. This is also a sickness, a illness. You are not qualified to know if this hadith is weak or fabricated, Hassan is good, whatever. Unless you take a book, specific book, like Bukhari or Muslim, okay, and you start to teach from this, all right? But even when you read the hadith for them, where did you read about the explanation? What book did you read? Okay, so when you find somebody distinguish between Allah and His Messenger, and we say we only go by the Quran, this person is sick, and in his or her heart is a disease, stay away from it. And if he said to you also that some hadith fabricated, this is true. Some hadith is weak, is true. But when you tell him that the hadith in Bukhari and in Muslim, and he still say, but somebody told me that the hadith is a common sense. There is nothing called common sense, because the word Islam means submission. The word of Islam means what? Submission, surrender. And let me tell you what Allah is saying. وَمَا كَانَ لِمُؤْمِنٍ وَلَا مُؤْمِنَةٍ إِذَا قَضَى اللَّهُ وَرَسُولُهُ أَمْرًا أَنْ يَكُونَ لَهُمُ الْخِيَرَةُ مِنْ أَمْرِهِمْ. Is not befitting to any believer, male or female, when Allah or His Messenger decide a matter, that you will have the choice of your affairs. All what you need to know, Allah said, or the Prophet ﷺ said, and the hadith is authentic. Now you could not say but. There is no but. Okay? And you are not qualified. And you now worshiping your sense and your desire. And you are not qualified to do this. If the verse is there and the hadith is there, and there is no any dirt or any what you call gray color over the hadith, is authentic, and after this you rejecting it, you in a big trouble by teaching it or by sitting there and listening. So my brothers and sisters, this is nasiha, advice for the sake of Allah. Watch for what you hear on the internet, because people talking. I know a sister, as example, took Shahada about 2 months ago. Guess what? She's teaching now. She have her own room and teaching now. How did you learn? Who is your teacher? What book you reading? Do you know? It's 2 months ago took Shahada. Now she have her room. It's not because that some people giving you a flower, giving you a heart, or you collecting some money from the internet. You making a big damage in the people's life. Don't play with the people's future, because when we die, we have no other place except to go to Jannah or to hellfire. You can be misleading people. And don't tell me you have a good intention. Your intention is not going to work there, because you misled the people. If you want to practice, practice in your own, and this it. Don't teach until you make sure what you're teaching is correct. عليكم بسنتي وسنة الخلفاء الراشدين المهديين من بعدي عضوا عليها بالنواجذ وإياكم ومحدثات الأمور فإن كل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, hold to my sunnah and the sunnah of the right guided Khalifa after me, Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali. Okay? Indeed, those who survive after me, after the life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after he died, okay? Whosoever remain alive after my death, I.e. the Prophet, he will see a lot of change, a lot of corruption, a lot of different from what I taught. And this was happening. So he said, hold to my sunnah and the sunnah of the guided Khalifa after me. Hold it with your hind teeth and be aware from any introduction to this deen. My brothers and sisters, I'm advising you for the sake of Allah, especially those who are in Tok Tok. If you don't know enough Islam to teach to others, save your skin from hellfire. You are not qualified to teach. If you learn one verse, go convey the verse. But don't sit, you understand, say this doesn't go with my common sense. Like yesterday, somebody was talking about, and they willing to argue with you that Allah created Eve before Adam because they believe in modernism and about this women lib and all these things. Now they bring in their garbage from Jahiliyyah and they stick it to Islam. Where? And Allah, all the hadith, all the verses talking about Allah created Adam من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها. Allah created Adam, and after this from Adam Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make Eve came from him. No, they say Eve was first, and after this came Adam. And you understand, equal rights and all these big words that women in general they want to hear it. Be careful, this is corruption. Deen is not what you like, what I like. Deen is what Allah said, what the Prophet said, how the Sahaba understood. After this is introduction, introducing, adding to the deen, and this is a hellfire. Save your own skin from hellfire. I'm sorry, I have to cut it short. It's time to break fast, and I have to make sure people have dates, water. Talk to you later, inshallah. But I could not help it to drop this before iftar. Think about it, be careful, and stay away from most of these rooms. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك نشهد أن لا